John, that's an absolute rip-roaring 90 minutes of football there, and I think Raith Rovers fans will be more than happy with particularly the second 45. How did you see the game?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, I thought that was a great advert for League One. Two really good teams. By far, Falkirk being the better side first half. We've got to concede and put our hands up and say they were a better team. They started much better, they were much brighter. They passed the ball better and they moved it better. And we didn't. Unfortunately, we were second best everything. And maybe I'll even fortunate to be only 2 goals down because Dave McGlynn made a couple of great saves. On the other hand, Cammy Bell made one really good save from Dave Mackay. So 2-0 down, having lost Kyle Benedictus 5 minutes before half time and had to make a change there. We had to we tactically made a tactical change as well, bringing Dan on. So we made an initial change with Jamie McGlynn coming on and then bringing Dan on at half time. We had to throw, a bit of more risk into it and change it and go a bit wider and get through the wide areas and try to get crosses in. And certainly it worked from getting Dan on the ball. I thought Regan Henry and Brad Spencer were different class in the second half. We passed the ball and we didn't pass the ball even nowhere near as much as we can and as well as we could in the first half. But fair play to Falkirk, they pressed us really well in the first half. But our shape was better second half and we got the width as well for Kieran going down on the wide on the left hand side. So it's a great point from being 2-0 down at half time. It's a great point. I think we're the only team going to win the game in the end because I thought we were very strong. We had a number of corner kicks and I think it was the lad Doyle cleared the ball off the line when Grant Anderson's headed it over the goalkeeper and looks like it's going to drop in the back of the net and he manages to clear the ball off the line and that would have been 3-2. So we could have won it. But I'm delighted to come back from 2-0 down. The guys have showed some great spirit, character and personality once again.
How early had you decided to change the shape of the team?
Yeah, 10-15 minutes before half time really. We knew it wasn't working and I'll be honest and I'll say to the players in there, if I knew the Falkirk team, whatever time this morning, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock this morning, I wouldn't have played our team, the particular team that I put out, if I had known their team. But they changed the team from last week and I kind of thought they'd have been along the same lines and I thought the shape we had would have worked better. But it didn't. But it's not all about formations because I didn't think we competed, in the first half. We didn't compete, we weren't close enough, and that's not necessarily down to a formation or a shape or however you want to dress it up. So 10 or 15 minutes before half time, I knew what to change it. I mean, when you're going into a game, I've already looked at the fact that we might have to make 2 or 3 different changes. You have to be prepared for that, and so. Marcel and Paul had went over this, what we would have to do. Our arm was twisted when Kyle went off, but we had to go to back 4. So tactically, we would have to make a change. If we didn't get an injury, we'd have to change. Somebody would have to come off in that back 4 to get a back 4 from the back 5 to a back 4. So that decision was made for us, and then when Jamie McGlynn came on, and then at half time we had to get width in the game. And so we brought Dan on, who we just signed on Thursday, and he made an impact.
Yeah.